Yippee-ki-yay! Yo, I don't know why Bruce Willis done finished that sentence for everybody, but you know, I'm not trying to say all that on my channel, but yippee-ki-yay, y'all. I'm getting ready to put this down here for you guys. And like I said, I'm not really, this ain't no teaching channel or anything like that. It's just, I'm sharing with you guys my personal library. Most of this stuff that I'm reading, I've read it just recently. It's not that I read it and was like, oh, I want to, none of that. It's just that as I'm finding these things, that's what my channel says in the description. It's my journey through place, space, time, and rhyme and reason. And as I'm finding some of this stuff, I'm just I'm making a record of it for me, for later on when my eyes ain't no good and I can't read. Hopefully YouTube still got the videos up on my computer. I can save it and I'll be able to play it for myself. But I do feel called to share what I'm finding. So this is probably going to be a 2-part video because this is a long description of what the Gospel of the Holy 12 is. It gives some dates and some things I never even heard of. So before I started going deeper and researching everything, I said, let me put this down on here for you guys so y'all can go along with me. Some of the things in here you might want to look up yourself, and then will be the next video. We'll all be on the same page. All right. So this is Origins of the Gospel of the Holy 12. The Gospel recorded is the recovered document from which the 4 Gospels as we have them today were built upon. It was the first formulated life of the Christ and was written by St. John about the year 70 AD, when he was imprisoned in Rome and given page by page to one of whom he could trust. When the scroll was completed, and after its contents had been made known to the apostles, it was taken to Tibet by the same disciple who left it in the care of an unnamed lama. Here it remained until a friar named Placidius visited the monastery in the 1870s and asked if he might show it to the church authorities in Rome. The scroll was then given to him, and on the way home, which took a long time, he translated a portion of it into Latin. And on his arrival in Rome, read it to the assembled cardinals. At first, they were impressed, but as he proceeded to reveal the contents, they realized that to make it known would discredit the church, which had during the Council of Nicea eliminated from the Gospels the master's teachings about the love and care of animals and about abstaining from eating flesh foods. And so the scroll was hidden away in the archives of the Vatican, where it remains to this day. The reason this gospel contains much that is in St. Matthew, St. Mark, St. Luke, and St. John is because there were many gospels written about this time containing the true teachings of Jesus, but this was the only one that escaped the pen of the correctors because they did not know of its existence. The other gospels contained the teachings of Jesus about the avoidance of meat eating and about the love for animals, but all this teaching was eliminated by the correctors. The Gospel of the Holy 12 is an authentic gospel and should be accepted just as it is, the original teachings of Jesus. Like all sacred scriptures, the Gospel of the Holy 12 is mystical, and for right understanding, it must be so interpreted. Its value lies in the teachings which in the garment is veiled. To understand the teachings, the garment must be lifted or removed. Then falsehood passes away, but truth remains. In all sacred mysteries, parables are used as a garment for truth that is hidden in its very expression. In one of the sayings of Jesus, as recorded in the Oxyrhynchus Papyri, we are told, "That which is hidden from thee shall be revealed to thee, for there is nothing hidden which shall not be made manifest, nor buried which shall not be raised." To those who hid the keys to knowledge, Jesus said, Ye entered not in yourselves, and to them that were entering in ye opened not. Ultimately, truth itself is unutterable, save by God to God. As stated in the Gospel of the Holy 12, truth is absolute and is in God alone. To men is truth revealed, according to their capacity to understand and receive it. Look for the significant meaning of the manifest universe and of the written word, and thou shalt find only the mystical sense. To some I speak things common, to others in great light I reveal mysteries. My words are spirit and life, and are not to be estimated by the sense of man. They, the prophets, deliver the letter, but thou disilluceth the sense. Disilluceth the sense. Gotta look that up. They published mysteries, but thou explainest the meaning of the things sealed. They cry with words, but thou givest understanding to the hearer. At the close of the Gospel of the Holy 12, we read, for them that believe regarding the Spirit rather than the letter which killeth, the things herein relate are true. The things herein related are true as spiritual verities. For others, they are as an idle tale. It is not without profound meaning that Jesus said, raise the stone of the indwelling self to the level of spirit, and there thou shalt find me, and cleave the wood of the lower and outer consciousness. There I am, the Son of God in man, must be lifted up for the right understanding of the Holy Scripture. The Son of God in man must be lifted up for the right understanding of the Holy Scripture. Jesus said unto the sick of the palsy, and there are many such, sick of the palsy, arise and take up thy couch. One of the first acts of Jesus after his resurrection was to open the scriptures to two of his disciples, Cleophas and another, whom he joined on their way from Jerusalem to Emmaus. These disciples he found reasoning together about the things which had lately come to pass, and forthwith he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself, and he blamed them for their folly, for their slowness of heart to believe all that the prophets had spoken. Had they listened to the dictates of their hearts rather than to the reasoning of their minds, their spiritual eyes would not have been holden. Jesus also said, my soul grieveth over the sons of men, because they are blind in their hearts and see not. And again, Jesus warned his followers to beware of false prophets, which come in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are raving wolves. They would be known by their fruits. What do you guys think animal sacrifice is? A fruit. Supposed to pay attention. I'm going to stop it here because this is probably already 10 minutes, and then I'm going to finish the rest off on the second video. All right, guys, stay tuned for these nuggets.